bubbling on the top, and then we can flip it over. But not yet.
So this was my kimchi jeon, the pancakes that I made using some supermarket bought kimchi. It was really yummy, even kids ate it. And I really wanted to do a similar video for making my kimchi, but as you can see, my GoPro battery died. So what you can see right now is the finished product. But I really wanted to do a small video of me showing you how I did it. But as I say, it didn't go to plan. So I've just got a couple of pictures and some small videos. But I really did want to just tell you a quick summary of what it is that I did to make my kimchi. So basically, before I did anything, I had to salt my white cabbage. We used white cabbage because this one's called the supermarket blender kimchi, because it uses ingredients that we can find easily in a regular supermarket. Rather than an Asian supermarket, because we don't always have those near us. I don't live anywhere near one, so I wouldn't be able to find some of the ingredients that you need for the traditional kimchi. So the supermarket one worked quite well for me, because I just got to use regular white cabbage, which for about 1.5 to 2 hours before I wanted to make the kimchi, I had to salt it first, which meant I had to put some coarse salt on the cabbage that I cut up into bite-sized pieces, and I had to rub it in so it really got the salt in there. Once I'd rubbed it all in, I then had to leave it just for 1.5 to 2 hours for it all to soak in. After that, I then washed it off and then squeezed the water out of the cabbage so that it was just the cabbage. And once that was all done, I was then ready to move on to the next bit, which I cut up some chillies, and I removed the seeds because me and the kids don't really like it too hot. I also cut up an apple, and I didn't do spring onions because I used them all in my kimchi jeon. So I didn't have any spring onions, but I also put in 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and I can't think, is that it? So anyway, I mixed that all together and then I blended it, and it made this really ready, it really stunk, but I'm hoping it's going to taste nice, fishy red chilli paste, which I then had to use to coat. So here it is. Mine was really red, and I think it's because I used a hand blender because I didn't want to get my big blender out, so it made it really, really, really fine and really red, and the fish sauce really was smelly, but I managed to get through it, and there's my cabbage. And so I had to mix this up with the cabbage, and sort of really squeeze it into the leaves, I think is what I had to do. So I scooped it all in there, and then I had to squeeze it into the cabbage leaves to sort of get it to really penetrate in there. Once I'd done that and I got it all ready, I then put it into a jar which I'd sterilised with some boiling water, and I squished it in there with a spoon to try and keep all the oxygen out, which is what the lady told us. I can't remember her name again. I'm rubbish at this. So I squished it all down there, and then I kept squeezing it all on top of it, and then I sealed it and put it in a cool, dark place to start the fermentation process, which takes 3 days outside of the fridge. and then after that I need to put it back in the fridge, and after a week I'll be able to just eat it as it is if I wanted to, just as a side dish, and then it's best to leave it for 2 weeks before you want to cook with it. So I shall see how it goes, and I'll share on my social media if it tasted any good. But the kimchi jeon I made, which I used store-bought kimchi, was delicious. Really enjoyed that. And I think I'll make that again. The kids ate a little bit of it. They're not big fan of spicy things. So thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to share this whole experience of the whole 10 weeks of the KCC UK Kpop London Academy experience on my blog. I'm going to write a whole write-up of it because we graduate next week and we have to share a little something. So I'm going to do a small presentation, but within that I'm going to use that to make a larger blog post to be able to share with you all, because it really has been a really fun and amazing experience, and I can't wait to maybe do something else in the future. Thanks for listening. Bye.